He has impact.
Global impact. I don't know it's a requirement to have a Nobel Peace Prize, but I think...
A Nobel Peace Prize?
Maybe it's not a Nobel Peace Prize.
You're gone too far, dog.
A humanitarian award or something like that.
Okay.
Bro, don't do that. Don't do that.
I give out 1-2 compliments to this youth, dog. You're talking about Nobel Peace Prize.
We talking sprint culture, we talking track and field. When the gunshot lick it, give a man the chills. We talking speed demons like Usain. The red track where a legend really makes their name. The US and Jamaica, they run the sprinting game. There's nothing like the Olympics for your claim to fame. When you break the world record, you show you ain't the same. From the men to the women, times are insane. Yeah, we talking sprint culture. We talking sprint culture. We talking sprint culture. We talking sprint culture.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Sprint Culture, Season 4 of Sprint Culture. Wow. I'm Anson Henry. Big up the one named Warren Weir.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Was Santa good?
I'm Santa, man, from my family. I'm a big ass kid. Don't worry about Santa Claus.
Santa was good for me, dog. We're going to be making a real YouTube push this year. So everybody that's watching right now, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like, share, let people know this is where the real talks in track and field go down, especially in the sprints. We always have talks throughout the year.
Listen, even though I'm saying, especially for the sprints, like we're not isolating the other events. Like we love y'all, but you know this is sprint culture.
This is sprint culture. Is what it is. Some sprint news that has been sweeping the world is this race with iShowSpeed and Letsile Tebogo, Botswana sprinter, Olympic gold medalist in the 200 meters.
The King of Africa.
It's a discussion between three people, but I think he has the edge.
Far edge. But
Speed's doing a tour of Africa. Stopped off in Botswana.
I saw the video.
Did you watch the whole thing?
No, I just saw clips.
Yo, I've never watched any of Speed streams. This is the most I've watched.
I watched one stream ever, and that was Kaisa Nat when I had Vibes Cartel. So I guess if it's a relatable stream, I'll tap in. But I saw the video. I said Tebogo said he slipped. I saw a slip. But regardless, you don't make somebody like that come and beat you.
Okay, let me explain what happened. Letsile was basically just, his intentions were just to give Speed some pointers to show him what to do when he races, because he's prepping him to race Ferdinando Manyala.
To make that Kenya stop.
Yeah. So his thing was just trying to prep him to get him ready to be able to run well. So they started it out with him just going over some things with him, and Speed was complaining about how slippery the track was.
Like that? I got no grip on this ground.
They got him some blocks. They got Speed some blocks. He showed him the 2 steps and 3 steps and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Speed was like talking to the chat. He's like, yo, should I race him, chat? Should I race him? Oh, man. I'm going to have to ask him to race him or whatever. So eventually asked him to race Letsile, right? What I didn't know when I first saw the clip is that Speed had blocks.
Oh.
Letsile didn't have blocks. So yeah, Letsile did slip on top of Speed having blocks.
You know what I like what you're doing now? I like how you're just laying the foundation and just planting the evidence and just making a solid case for Tebogo.
Yo, I got to though. I got to. I'll be honest, dog. When I seen the video, I was vexed, dog. I was so mad.
Yo, all right. In my take, it only make 2 people beat you. Kids and like CEOs, billionaires, those. If you're going a race and like for exhibition, like I'm taking it like Michael Jordan. Like when them say, if Michael Jordan misses, get a free Jordan. No free Jordans, no free licks. Because at the end of the day, you'll never hear the discussion from the other side of the spectrum who don't know track. Them just know that their favorite streamer beat an Olympic champion.
Right. So after it happened, Speed was like, what's up, man? You want to go again? And Letsile was like, nah, man, I'll let you have the win. It's fine. And Speed kind of tried to play it up like, yeah, he didn't want to race me again. So he's going to do that, right?
Yeah.
But that was at the latter part of the stream, right? The whole lead into the stream, Speed's touring Botswana, and fans are flooding this cat, kids, adults.
Told you.
And he's in the mix. He's eating the food. He's putting on the costumes. He's dancing. He's doing backflips for everybody. I'm like, no one else could do this stuff. He has impact.
Global impact.
Yes, and Letsile understood that this guy what he has done for Botswana within this stream was really big, whether it's inspiring the kids, inspiring the adults, bringing attention to Africa or Botswana specifically. He didn't care to damage speed. It was like, yo, have to win, yo. Cool, yo. I gave you little pointers, and
honestly, that's the energy I get from him. He's all for the betterment of my country. Like, that's what I get from him. He's very selfless.
Yeah,
that's what I get from him.
It was a more regal approach. Like, I'm obviously better than you, dog. It's fine, take it, dog.
Yeah.
You whatever.
Yeah.
I rate that. So I wasn't as upset after I watched the stream when I actually seen what happened. Now the narrative on social media is going to be totally different than that. I knew he had impact. I didn't know firsthand because I don't watch his shit, right? But when I saw
I just think
this,
you never want to admit it. I just think you never want to admit the fact that things and times are changing.
No. There's not going to be another speed. This is his lane. No one can do what speed
I'm not
does.
talking about speed. I'm talking about how celebrities can be formed in the sense of you don't have to be an actor. You can be someone who just entertains somebody, even if they don't tell a joke.
I hear that, but as far as this lane of streaming,
yeah,
this guy has separated himself from any streamer, dog.
And when you see he goes these places and the way you see the diplomats react towards him, which is not even celebrities, the diplomats, the prime ministers, it's like, yo.
No, he's on levels, dog. But this is none of the reason why.
Honestly, people might think I'm reaching, but I think, I don't know it's a requirement to have a Nobel Peace Prize, but I think the way how he has impacted countries, the way how ministers, I'm talking about ruthless people who, like, he went to China and have China minister being like a soft person. I don't know what's the requirement, but I just think he requires an honor globally for
a Nobel Peace Prize.
When I hear Nobel Peace Prize, I think about people who just put people together. So maybe it's not a Nobel Peace Prize.
You're gone too far, dog.
A humanitarian award or something like that. Probably a humanitarian award.
Okay.
But bro, don't do that. Don't do
that. I give out 1-2 compliments to this youth, dog. You're talking about Nobel Peace Prize and all kind of.
Bro,
look at dog. He's doing his thing.
Man, I'm not. All right, maybe I wasn't supposed to Nobel Peace Prize, but some type of humanitarian award. Or just for his impact of hope. Man, you see, this man have diplomats.
I understand.
Behaving like
you have to understand as well. These people aren't watching his streams, and on his streams, there's some foolishness that happens too, dog.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though is still the value that he brings to these places. Man, you know how much famous people in the world just never looked nowhere like to do what him do. In terms of they have the power to impact and they don't impact. He changes how people look at probably the older people look at younger people. Overall, as a entertainer, they look upon him different because he's, as I said, he's in the mix. He's going to places that people has been. Like, you have people famous from we were kids and they have never got places and impact certain places.
Listen, no celebrity that I can think of is gonna be in the mix like he was, dog. Like he's in with the people, dog.
He's having people just actually going freak out. Like we all saw that with Michael Jackson.
Like maybe Michael Jackson, I understand what you're saying, but it's on a level where people are flocking him. Yeah, still. Maybe not on Michael Jackson level, but flocking him still. And he's in there. Like, you don't care. He got security, obviously, but he's
when people go, oh my God.
I don't know which celebrity is doing that. They ain't trying to be touched by nobody or even have people approach them like that. It's whether they have security or not. And he's doing it live.
Speed's a streamer, but he's impacted so much country in the sense of, they look to him like, America is not that bad, I'm just glad we're in the big 2026 and Hansi is now understanding that I was saying that, different age.
No, but this, I wouldn't classify streaming as something that's overtaking. Well, I would say that speed is in a spot right now where he has some serious impact. There's not going to be another speed, dog. There isn't. He's carved a lane.
But it definitely creates a lane for people to be not even as big as him, but at least there's a lane now.
There's a lane.
Yeah. This is once more me reaching out to World Athletics and saying, listen, this guy loves track and field. We can have ways to have him involve the sport.
Okay. So this is what I wanted to talk about now is this guy needs to be involved in track some way, dog. I think the biggest thing for me is that with all his notoriety and impact, what he's done for track and field has been nothing. And he's so much bigger than track and field, so it's not like he needs to do anything for track and field. But what I will say is, what he gets ratings for a lot is his speed. You know what I'm saying? And he's getting credibility by running against these sprinters and shit. And he's done nothing to give back, dog.
His content is relatable to two sports, track and field and football. And track and field is the only one that he actually takes part in.
And that people actually respect him, and people look at him and actually think he could be something if he trained and all that shit. He has more natural ability towards the sprints than Jake Paul has towards boxing, but Jake Paul actually went through the process of training and is a tough guy, and he's a credible boxer now. Not professional, but he can do his thing, dog. And he actually put some effort into the craft. Speed, to my knowledge, or what we've seen, it's just been these random street races, and then you'll run against some people because he's famous, and people are running against him.
So you're saying if Speed goes about and creates some exhibition races in stadiums with retired athletes, he could be at the level of Jake Paul?
100%.
I will definitely try a race for 100 million.
The equivalent, with Jake Paul against a retired Mike Tyson, the equivalent would be, well, I wouldn't say a retired Bolt, because Bolt's still not that old.
Mike Tyson would probably be like, I would say,
Donovan Bailey,
Carl Lewis, Michael Johnson.
Speed's dusting them cats,
Yeah.
That ain't gonna be fair, dog. I think it would be all right with Asaf or Justin.
No, it can't be Asaf or Justin. That would be somebody who just retire.
They kind of just retired, dog.
But Asaf has been retired for a minute.
Asafa would damage Speed, dog.
But I can see Asafa smoking Speed to the first 20 meters and say, you know what? Forget this shit. I honestly think Justin is still active.
He is.
If Justin comes to a trials one day, I'll be like, okay, I'm not surprised.
I think it would be more fair if it was like Justin or Asafa, and then they got the accolades and shit. We don't like to see if he was actually going to train seriously, if he did a show around it and called it Speed's Road to 9. He ain't going to run 9 seconds, but people believe he would. And if we actually watch him train and all that shit, that'd be tight, right?
Road to 9?
I see that Speed and Bolt are the faces of a football league, soccer, for all of you Americans. Yeah. Baller league, for those who don't know. Wouldn't it make more sense for them to team up for some sort of track or sprint or a running league, dog? Some sort of street racing league or something?
No, you're tripping, because at the end of the day, if you take some casuals and say, let's play some Sunday league, it's more entertaining than taking casuals and them run track.
No, dog. No, dog. The football it's not going to be good football. Any race is an entertaining race, even if there's two bums racing, dog.
Yeah, but why would I pay money to just see two bums race, bro?
You get some personalities, some celebrities, some former athletes, YouTubers racing against each other, dog. It would make more sense for them to be heading something like that. Who's gonna look at? I don't know about the respect within the football world. I don't know how they're gonna be respected heading a football league, dog. I know how they'll be respected heading some sort of speed or sprint league, dog. That makes more sense.
But at the end of the day, sometimes it's probably where the money is.
Brethren, if Bolt is involved in a track project or a sprint project, there's gonna be money there, dog.
And at the end of the day, it's not Bolt's project. He's just a guest on the project. So you understand? So that's the probably thing. The man who funded says that, yo, you know what? We're putting our money where we think it makes sense.
I guarantee you this, dog. If Speed and Bolt say they're coming out with some sort of sprint league, money is going to get thrown at them. And bare people are going to want to get involved.
Well, let's see.
You ain't going to watch Baller League.
I don't leave my house, so I'm not a right person to use.
You won't watch. No real football fans are going to watch Baller League, dog. Why would they watch it? Because you saying Bolt and iShowSpeed are heading it. They're more than likely going to be like, yo, I'll watch Usain Bolt and Speed's Speed League. You're wrong on this one, dog.
I never say I'm not right. I'm just simply saying, like, they're thinking about the money.
All right, man.
It's because you love track and field. You think track and field is easy to sell.
No, I think that with the right people, it's easy to sell. And it doesn't get no righter than Usain Bolt at iShowSpeed. If you're not gonna build something with them two, you're not building it with nobody, dog. Reese Prescott. He's throwing his hat into the enhanced games. No,
when he said show your hat, you make it sound like
he's thrown his what's the saying? He's thrown his name in the hat He's thrown his name in the Enhanced Games hat. I'm not gonna edit that.
Yeah, that shit still don't sound good either.
I thought it sounded all right.
Nah.
You're a hater, dog.
Honestly, there's a lot of people who actually are involved in track and field that could just go to the Enhanced Games. Forget the pride. Forget what people gonna think. At the end of the day, when you retire and you have no money, you're gonna be like, damn, I could have made some money in the Enhanced Games. Like, don't die with your pride.
But okay, realistically though, if you didn't make decent money from track to live off,
Can't ask me that, Brent. I'm a Jamaican. Can't ask me that. I don't think any Jamaican can go to Enhanced Games and they will never leave that out. They will never let us forget it. Like, even if we weren't a part of the people who say, okay, we're going to take the enhanced substance, bro, you know what it is to be a Jamaican when, like, all right, you know, innocent till proven guilty?
Yeah.
Even when the court find it innocent, them still going to say, yo, bro, I buy that out. I not believe it. You do it. Yeah, that's just Jamaica, bro. Like, you know, so I couldn't do it.
What if they're throwing millions of dollars at you, dog?
And if you throw me millions of dollars and I never have a medal, I'm probably gonna do it.
Bare people would do it, dog.
Bro, at the end of the day, I would have done it. If I'm on the back end of my career, I'm just like, them young cats getting faster. Like, I'm over it. I'm about to retire. I'd have do it. Like, if they had approached me during my last contract year, I'd have say, yo, dog, I'm out.
Why not, dog? I'm looking at it like, yo, people leave the sport and are struggling to get back on their feet because it's like, what next? You dedicated your life to this shit.
The sport took everything and them never gained nothing from it.
Some people leave in debt, dog.
You know what's funny? I'll give you a story. I won't call the name. If the person know themselves, I don't care. But me and somebody had a tussle at training one day.
Actual?
No, it never got so far because I'm not going to. So
okay.
They were just talking trash, and I was like, yo, you know what's crazy is that most athletes in track and field will just leave, and the only thing they will have to remember that they ran track was just the sponsored gears. And the nigga flipped the hell out.
See, you can't say stuff like that.
Why I can't say that? Like, you see,
he must have gotten you pretty upset, dog.
Yeah, and it motivated him because the person got a medal the year after that. So that was that was all me, bro. What I mean by that is there's way less medals out there for the amount of people who run track. The people who make some money are the ones who get the medal.
Right.
And the ones who are exceptionally good in the 1% are the ones that are good after track. And if you went to good school and you have your head on your body and you invest your money right, but at the end of the day, that you can't invest if you need to pay rent or live somewhere. Like, people always say, oh yeah, invest your money. Half of them can't invest shit. Because at the end of the day, them wait 6, 7, 8 months for it. The bills pile up what they could invest. So y'all take yourself to the Enhanced Games. I'm not paid. But at the end of the day, don't make when the year 2030 come and you just not have nothing, you'll be like, damn, I should have definitely went to the Enhanced Games.
Yeah. Like, who's gonna turn their nose away at that kind of money, dog?
We have to say nose. We have to say nose.
Yo, you're nitpicking on a lot of shit I'm saying, you know, dog.
No, we're talking about the Enhanced Games and you say turn your nose away. Why have to turn your nose away? Like,
it's a figure of speech.
You're saying they're snorting something? That's what you're saying?
So it's like Enhanced Games, all of a sudden there's all this drug stocks coming up, dog. They do no coke over there, I don't think.
No, but even if they do, as in, that's what the games is. Like, you know, it's entertainment. Yo, they went public on the stock exchange or something like that. And they have money, bro. They have money.
I know.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Hunger Games, Maze Runner. It reminds me of all those movies where billionaires are paying for the entertainment. Even the other guy from Liberia, he went to.
Emmanuel Matadi.
The guy with the Tims. Everybody know that guy. The guy with the Tims.
Yeah, the fastest 40 in the Tims ever. I like that, yo.
Who would you want to see in the Enhanced Games? Like, name 2 guys. Who do you want to see?
I think Area Knighton should just do it. Yeah. I don't know what the purpose of fighting to get back into world athletics would be right now. I don't see them giving him a bly. Look, I'm just assuming. I don't know the dude, but I'm assuming there's a level of a lifestyle that you need to maintain. There's a certain amount of money he's used to making. He can get that. He would be a huge benefit to them because they need names. Yeah. He's a huge name. He's a young talent, and he can run. He probably wants to run, dog. Why wouldn't you want to run? There's nothing he's holding on to on this side. You know what I'm saying? Just do it.
Who else?
I think Marvin Bracey should do it.
Yeah.
It would make the most sense, dog, because
Time is against Bracey.
yeah, he's obviously very talented. He's charismatic. He got star power. He's a football dude. You know what I'm saying? He's a good character for them to have. A huge asset for them, again. And for him, he can make some money, dog. And he loves to sprint.
All right, so let me say my have calling by the name because those are my two names. What's funny that I saw a lot of TikTokers who are posting their athletes who they think should join, and I think it's a very ridiculous list because some of the names that they list are ridiculous. Like naming people like Akeem Blake, which is ridiculous. Some of them did name Aaron and Bracey. The white guy, Bowling.
Matthew Bowling.
They name Matthew Bowling.
That's not a bad name, you know.
They name him just because the odds are stacked against him.
That's a good name, yo.
As I say, a lot of them are just going to be held on to, as we Jamaicans say, coulda, woulda, shoulda, what I could do. Like, you know?
The money that they're working with is money that they've never, ever made in track before in their lives. The money that I heard.
They're getting that money even before running. Like, it's just to say, oh, this is your salary.
Yes.
I'm going to shift the topic a bit because I'm going to miss what we had last year in terms of coverage for easily one of the biggest events that came about in the 21st century. So a moment of silence for Grand Slam. You know, it was something amazing. Take my hats off, all the respect.
That was the only thing that was going to put up a fight.
Bro, even athletes who were not running were getting more money because Diamond League didn't want to get them fished away. So they were getting more money. But at the end of the day, we're back to a monopoly. So shit, that's what they want, right?
There's so many people that just spoke when they shouldn't have, and some people who didn't speak when they should have. A lot of these athletes made more money than they ever would doing with what they got with Grand Slam.
And those are the athletes who were never complaining.
They weren't complaining, but some people need to speak up as far as, like, we want this shit to come back. The only people that are speaking are people that are speaking against it. Gabby Thomas went on some podcast the other day, and they asked her if she would do Grand Slam again.
Grand Slam comes back, would you do it again?
No.
No.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
She's spoken out numerous times, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on camera, that she has issue with Grand Slam and the financial situation and all that. She ain't ever said nothing like, they really had something good going on that I would love to see come back.
Yeah, a lot of people don't have any vision. The optics of it, the interaction, start from the inside, from the outside, start as a fan, start as a spectator. We enjoyed it. It looks good, and every athlete I spoke to who went to the Grand Slam at the highest level, they loved it.
Grand Slam was wicked, dog. I know it's not done for.
Yeah, but it's the thing about it, the stigma of it, where the athletes paint. I just hope that they do get big name athletes if it come back.
No, they'll do it. I've spoken to a bunch of athletes that'll be like, I'd still do it, of course. Mm-hmm. Big athletes.
Same.
I don't know what Gabby's talking about. I don't know. She got her own vision of what she want to do, but there's athletes that'll still do it, dog. Everyone knows it was a new project that wasn't necessarily going to take off the first year. Athlos is losing money.
I think half of these athletes who run now were never part of a era where new products were developed. Like, they didn't see the beginning of YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all that. Bro, I was on Facebook when it was a maximum 500 friends. And if you have 100 friends on Facebook, you the man. We had Tag, MySpace. We saw the development of most of these stuff. I'm not sure if there's anything that came out that them can say, oh no, we saw the progression of these products or these brands. Mega brand who we saw grow. Now, me and you basically saw Facebook grow from nothing to something. Me and you saw Apple grow from nothing to something. Yeah. You understand? Bro, when Instagram was there, when Instagram came out, it wasn't only for iPhone. You remember the Cayman Chat Meet? That was Cayman?
Yeah.
I went to Cayman Chat Meet 1 year, dog, and I didn't get paid. I got an iPhone. I didn't care because at the end of the day, like, I could take the iPhone and go on Instagram.
Right.
That chat meet became a mega chat meet, and I was a part of the initial stages, and it got big the year after that, and I never invite me. And I was vexed, but I was like, you know what? We all have to be a part of a stepping stone to make a product
100%.
big. You understand?
Yeah, and really, a lot of these athletes just watching Michael Johnson get dragged through the mud and not saying nothing. It's not good, dog. Imagine, dog. I take you somewhere, dog. I get you into a club. You know what I'm saying? That you would never get into. And you're in VIP chilling, you know what I'm saying? You got girls, drinks. And then we get outside and I'm getting beat up outside the club, dog. You're just kind of standing there watching. It's like, damn, dog. Did I just sort out this night for you, yo? Everyone's just watching him get dragged through the mud. Everyone's talking about him like he's a thief. Everyone's talking about him like he don't got no business sense. How he splurged the money. How he lied.
And now you understand why people sometimes just have the knowledge and the money, but just don't try to help or enhance nothing. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just enjoy my retirement, enjoy my riches. Then we have to settle for people like Flow Track putting on Diamond League now. Like, we have to settle for mediocre meets. You don't feel the struggle. You're in the UK, so you can watch BBC and see a Diamond League. Bro, I have to hopscotch, jump over 2 loops just to watch a Diamond League. All for me not to hear the Diamond League commentators, but hear 3 people or 4 people just talking about random stuff the whole time. So, yeah, you lucky.
Hey, I got to say something else. I'm lucky. I got to say something else, too. You see in the World Athletics Awards when Mondo did his speech for when he got World Athlete of the Year.
What did it? He
took the time out to say,
there was another tour this year that tried to exclude field events, and it didn't go so well. Actually, that's safe to say. To say the least.
I'm watching this shit like, don't get me wrong, Mondo's a winner, right? He wins a lot. He's a winner. But he sounded like a loser saying that, dog. Why would you wish bad on that event? Is it because there was no field? There's a lot of hostility from not all field eventers, but a lot of field eventers towards Michael Johnson's league. Not the same heat they were showing towards Athlos when they came with no field events. I don't care if they threw in a long jump, dog. It's not a track and field meet. They focus on the track too, and no one's throwing that type of shade. So for him to be there laughing about what happened to Grand Slam, I thought was kind of lame, dog. He's like,
I probably think the only thing that Michael said wrong was him can't save track the field. I think that the only thing that bite him, because I can't remember his name, but Serena's husband, the guy that was at Altus, he will say the same thing, but them don't look at it that way, because he said he invited Tara to come to the first meet, and she's like, no, when you have long jump. And he's like, you know what? All right, cool. And then put it in the next year for her. So she did not go to the first one. The only thing that was different, it was Michael Jackson, yo, me can't sail field.
We have to understand, he was asked a question about why field wasn't in it. A lot of people took it like he was saying that the field is trash, so that it can't be saved. He was just saying, it's not within my wheelhouse to be able to save that, or at least not right now.
And it's basically like you're a part of a team or a crew or artists. Instead of to come out as a group, why not make the person who's most talented, put him on first, and then him bring on everybody? I think that would have been the vision. That was the vision. Like, get the product so big that anything I sell, you guys, you buy it. Like, the first thing was Kim Kardashian, and then she brought X and Y, and now the whole family can eat.
Yes.
Even Rob.
We're lying to ourselves if we don't agree that track is the draw. It's the major draw. We're not saying that the field has no value. You burst through the door with the track, then you bring in the field so people can actually get the most out of the field under good circumstances. But you got to break through the door with what's hot, yo. The track is what was hot. And he wasn't even saying that. He was just saying he didn't have what it takes necessarily to save the field. Yeah. A lot of field eventers got pissed about that. Yo, you see how field eventers have these pole vault meets? You know what I'm saying? They got Mutaz Asabarshim has his high jump meet. Ryan Krauser has his shot put league. You ain't seen no track people being pissed off about them going off and doing some shit like that. It's kind of like, yo, do your thing, yo. Like, yo, whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Push the sport.
Yeah.
You got these field eventers, especially Mondo, dog. Mondo Duplantis, the world record holder, the biggest name on the field side, laughing about the fact that Grand Slam didn't work out, dog. That was super lame, dog. He might have thought that was a shot at Michael Johnson. That wasn't a shot at Michael Johnson. That was a shot at track athletes. Sydney McLaughlin, who won the female athlete of the year award, was sitting right there. I don't think she thought it was funny. I don't think Kenny Bernard could think it was funny. I don't think Melissa Jefferson-Wooden would think that was funny. Like, yo, we can do our thing. We can have our individual meets in the pole vault meets, the jumps meets, the high jump meets, the throws meets. We can do it. But y'all can't. Y'all need to know y'all place. Y'all do it with us. No track athletes are saying nothing to this cat about that, yo.
And I'll say this many times, I'll probably never get an invitation to their shit. They don't invite me to shit regardless. But it just gives me Massa vibes. It's like, yo, I'm cool with what Massa does. And it now gives them the only power to say what is credible. Because I noticed something last year, and not a lot of people noticed that. After the Philadelphia meet, for the 100 meter, which was Kenny had the world lead, the following days was a Diamond League. And they did not acknowledge that the world lead was from the Grand Slam.
Right.
They had the world lead as what the college kid ran. I'm just like, yo, that's not the world lead.
Yeah,
You understand? Michael Johnson was already fighting a uphill battle. Not even just an uphill battle. He was fighting a 90 degree, not a 45, not a 25. He was fighting a 90 degree battle. Michael Johnson, who is American golden child, could not get a big corporate sponsor. Nah, I fail to believe that. Like somebody had a voodoo doll over there juking it for him.
It was just way too much going against it. It didn't make any sense. And now, what? We're back to square one, dog. Well, what are we running back to? If Grand Slam isn't there, what are we?
Bro, I mean, my first Diamond League paycheck in 2011, I came second. Bro, they're still getting $8,000 to come second. Bro, everything in goddamn the world went up, apart from how much at least are being paid for prize money. You have people play pickleball, a hot dog contest, or making way more than that. I just saw a streamer buy a Lamborghini off 2 streams. I saw.
You know what I hate hearing, dog? What I hate hearing is people saying, yo, he should have never put the prize money up so high. Dog, it's $100K. To win a professional sports competition, $100K, when you measure it up against some of the other salaries in some of these bigger sports, dog, it's like, what? So what did you want them to make it instead of $10K in the Diamond League? Make it 20. It's gotta be something, dog.
No, it should have been 10,500.
Well, all these makeshift business people in the track world and saying what should have been done with the money and whatever you do, dog, it had to be something totally different. And you got to add some sort of prestige to it, dog. $100K. Yeah, you get $100K for it. And that's light, yo. It got to be at some point where it's going to be $200K, $500K, million. At some point, you want track to be on a level, dog.
Big up to all the athletes out there who grind. I wish one day you didn't have to grind 2 jobs. So if you're grinding, you know where to go. Just go and get the check of enhance the game. Stop working 2 jobs, bro. We lost another credible meet, Racers Grand Prix. It could have been many reasons. I don't know the details yet. Remember, Jamaica was hit with a devastating hurricane. So, maybe local sponsors are shifting their money elsewhere, even though they had 2 major sponsors, which is Richard Mille and Adidas. But, they still need the local sponsors. I guess in the next episode, we'll get some more details of why that was canceled.
You're our Jamaican correspondent on the ground. You should be having all this information at your fingertips whenever you want it.
All right, let me call Mills and ask him what happened. I know for sure he's devastated because, that was his prized possession, that meet. I was there in the initial stages of that meet starting. I was an athlete helping with marketing when that meet started. I made some of the first promo videos for that meet. I gave some of the first ideas for that meet. So I know you loved it. I hope to God it comes back because that's just one of the meets where people look forward to go in Jamaica. Man, I love that meet, man.
A lot of history, man. Yeah, I used to always order Racers. Came on One Spot Media, yo. Pay my money and order and watch it wherever I'm at.
Yeah, a lot of people, bro, they were excited for Grand Slam in Jamaica, Kingston, because they always hear about the energy in Jamaica. Jamaica, just like European fans, they cheer for everybody. There's no selective cheer. It's not like you go to Oregon and Oregon is all cheering for, the red, white, and blue. When you go to Jamaica, just like Europe, they love track and field. Gatlin found it out the hard way. He's like, yo, bro, I did not know they love me like this. Bro, we love track.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I want to think it's a football country, Jamaica is a track nation. Yeah,
You think it'll come back?
Yeah, as I said, it was a tough financial year for Jamaica.
Yeah.
Like, there's places who are still rebuilding. There's people who are still homeless. I know it will come back because that's Racers. That's Glen Mills. It will come back together. And, as I said to you guys are watching this now. If you guys ever had a Jamaican girlfriend, a Jamaican boyfriend, if you ever eat a Jamaican patty, if you ever think about Jamaican patty, if I ever eat a curry goat, if you ever eat, if you just listen to Bob Marley one time, go out there and donate. Do the right thing. Because we will find you.
Subscribe, like, share, comment, make some suggestions.
Yo, I know Hansel didn't say this, but I'm responsible for we doing more sprint culture. I said to him, New Year, let's put out more content. I don't care what we're doing. People want content. The people are tired of watching old episodes.
They're not tired of the old episodes.
I have somebody say, the episodes that are old, them know it's script for script. They need new episodes.
I hear that.
They don't want to see it. They rather see us than see the trolls talking nonsense about the sport. So let's go.
Now we're going to do our thing.
We talking sprint culture. We talking sprint culture.
Sprint culture.
There was a league that happened this year that tried to happen without the field events. Didn't work out too well. Come on, dog.